Job chapter 4 verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where the righteous cut off, even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. By the blast of Yahweh they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. Consider your latter end when you're dealing in sin and iniquities. This is a prime example of the Lord can take you out at any moment, at any time, any day, and any age. If you reap, you shall sow.
Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. An elderly couple have been found dead in their West Auckland paddock, believed to have been killed by a ram.
Their son found them in Waitakere this morning after he hadn't heard from them. Laura Tupou reports.
A home of 8 years in rural Waitakere with sheep and cows rented by a couple, retired hobby farmers in their 80s, who today were found dead in their back paddock. Their bodies, covered by white and black sheets, lay metres apart, with a dead ram nearby. A family spokesperson says the woman's son found them this morning. They hadn't been able to get a hold of them for a couple of days, which was unusual.
They're good people. They're good people. They're over 80. They didn't deserve this, but it is what it is, right?
Early this afternoon, the couple were put on stretchers, and family said their goodbyes before they were put in a hearse and driven away.
I can say that it's not suspicious. There's no one being saw in connection to this, right? It relates to an animal, and that's it. Simply that's it.
Newshub understands that animal was a ram. Animal behaviour expert Dr Elsa Flint says people should be wary around rams, especially at this time of year.
Rams can be really dangerous, so especially in the breeding season, which is now, they're short day breeders, because it's when they come at speed charging you that the danger is really.
Her pet ram charged at this fence and broke it, demonstrating the true power behind them. Police say the circumstances around how this Waitakere couple died are still unexplained, but the family is in deep, deep shock at their sudden loss.
Laura joins us now. Kia ora, Laura, and the police have sent an update.
Yes, police arrived at the property just before 7:30 this morning. They have confirmed there was a ram alive in the paddock alongside those two bodies. There was also a third person who had received a minor injury after being attacked by that same ram. Now this morning, two neighbours told me they heard two loud bangs around that time. Police say when they entered that paddock, they too were confronted by the animal, and after a risk assessment, they shot the ram dead. Now they are continuing to investigate exactly what happened that led to these two people to die in this paddock, and they'll be doing that on behalf of the coroner.
Laura.
As you can see, the title of the video that was posted by this news station, Australian news station, or whatnot, they didn't deserve this, but Scripture says, whatsoever man soweth, that so shall he reap. So we must always consider our letter end and choose righteousness. Consider the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yeshua and all the rewards and promises that we have before you decide to sow sin and iniquity, because the latter end is not good. The angels of the Lord were not encamped about these two people. The angels of the Lord were not encamped about these two people. Their hedge protection was gone, and they were given over to the Satan and demons and principalities. That's a hell of a way to go at that age, at your prime ripe age, you know, and that's a shameful death, a very shameful death. And with that being said, consider our letter end. There be spirits that be created for vengeance, a teeth of wild beasts, according to Scripture. So the Lord can take us at any time. Prime example, on my ride home, a tanker truck of gas or oil or whatever was parked right next to me at the light, and I looked to the left. You know, it's about 4 feet away from my car, right in the next lane, right next to me. And I told myself, Lord, you can make that thing explode right now and take me out. We must understand that Scripture says Yahweh killeth and he maketh alive. He wound and he heal. I Yahweh do all these things. When you understand that death and life is in the hands of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and that Yahweh Bashim Shai sanctioned that death, we must understand that he ain't nothing to play with. With that being said, Shalom.